Hi fellow birdies, and welcome back to
another edition of SongByrd's Eating Show.
In today's video, we're going to be trying out Walmart Great Value Brands candy bars. Now, they actually came out with their own candy bars that are supposed to be similar to the name brand, but we're going to see how good they are. So we got caramel and nougat, which is, Milky Way. Crispy wafers, which is Kitkat. This fluffy nougat bar, which is like, Three Musketeers, my favorite. Cookie and caramel, which is like Twix, and also the peanut caramel and nougat bar, which is like Snickers. So let's try each one of them out and see how they are. Alright, the first one we're going to do is the caramel and nougat bar. Now this is supposed to be, of course, similar to Milky Way, as I just said. I definitely have had better candy bars, so that's what the inside looks like. Let's try it. Ew, it's definitely hard to chew. It is a little bit similar to it. It kind of tastes like the chocolate's a little bit different, maybe.
And like you said, it's not as soft.
No, it's softer. Definitely hard in the mouth. Like it's hard to chew. The nougat, as well, is not also similar to the Milky Way. I can tell this is definitely not a Milky Way right away. Like Milky Way is more soft. I also feel like, let's see. Maybe the Milky Way has more caramel? This one doesn't have much caramel to it.
Yeah, but it's more like, it's kind of more in line with like a Three Musketeers bar than Milky Way. Still, it's not bad. This tastes pretty good. It
is good, but it's not going to match up to the Virgin Milky Way bar. It's definitely different. I feel like I could use more caramel, be a little bit more soft, but other than that, it's a decent bar. Still though, I'll probably give it a 7.5, despite all that.
If it's trying to match a Milky Way, it doesn't do a good job. But if I measure it on its own, it's not bad. The nougat's tasty. The caramel's a bit low, but, the chocolate's good. I'd probably give this a solid 8. Nice and good. Not quite to blow me away, but pretty good. Now for the next one. Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that great value bar. Had to do it.
So, well, I'm not familiar with the Kitkat song. That's just the Kitkat songs, right? So this is a crispy wafers bar. Supposed to be similar to Kitkat, and you can see it definitely is. Like it's got classic shapes and stuff. Wafers, like you can break. Well, okay, it broke for me, but it's like broken.
Same here, actually.
Let's try it. Okay. The wafer is definitely crunchy. And once again, the chocolate's not, to me, all that similar to the Kit Kat bar. I can definitely tell they're usually use a different chocolate for these candy bars, is what I'm feeling like. Let's see.
So, I'm not saying it's bad. Like,
I like the vanilla wafer in it, though. Like, I do like vanilla wafers. How crunchy it is. I like crunch. And definitely gives it a nice hint of vanilla when you bite into it. But I feel like to me, it kind of makes the chocolate like not as noticeable, or maybe like a little bit stranger tasting. But I guess the only thing I can say about this is I'm enjoying the vanilla wafers pretty much. So, what do you think about this? What would you rate it?
Let's say, like the last one, if this was judged by its comparison to a Kit Kat bar, I would severely dock it. But I'm going to try to compare and taste this as its own product, and for that, I'm liking the vanilla wafers. Those have a nice flavor to them. The chocolate works pretty well with it. It's not going to be really high. I'm giving it like a 7.5 here, but to put in perspective, I'd probably rate a Kit Kat around like a 6.5. They're okay, but they're not great for me.
Now, Kit Kat is not my favorite candy bar, but it was my grandpa's favorite candy bar. He always loved Kit Kats. Bless his soul. I remember as a kid. But, yeah, I'd say Kit Kat is not bad, but it's not my favorite. But, yeah, this definitely is different than a traditional Kit Kat. So this is more vanilla wafers. You might as well just say you're eating a vanilla wafer and you're just dipping into the chocolate dip. It's basically just like that. And I don't feel like there's enough chocolate with this one. Because, or at least enough chocolate flavor. I think the vanilla is like taking away from that too much. So I'm going to give this like maybe a 7. It's okay, but it's like, it could be a little better.
Let's go milk chocolate.
Now this one, I'm looking forward to, why?
Why?
It is a make of my Three Musketeers bar.
And that is one of my favorite candy bars, so let's see.
Alright, this is what it looks like.
Looks like it's been kind of beat up.
So the inside like that. Cheers. And nougat is definitely a lot less fluffy than Three Musketeers. Yeah, these are so hard to chew. The nougat does taste similar to Three Musketeers, but I'm just not enjoying how hard it is.
The taste is decent, but it is, you know, a bit of a chore to eat, like she said.
Yeah, really work your mouth muscles. Now, this is just a pain. Definitely not making it quite as enjoyable. Yeah, like I said, the chocolate flavors in this are nice. It's sort of similar to Three Musketeers, but it's just too hard for me to even like try to enjoy. So I'm gonna have to downgrade probably like to a 7 for this as well because of that. That's it. The only reason I give it a 7 is probably because of how decent it tastes, but it's just so hard to chew. I can't stand it.
Well, at least there's one good thing. It slows me down in eating. I'm gonna give this a 7, but I want to put that in perspective. A Three Musketeers bar is at least an 8.5, maybe a 9 for me.
Oh yeah, me it's like 9.5, 10. It's my favorite.
So for me to drop it to a 7 is a big drop. Unlike the other ones, they kind of were like variations that had different things going on for them. This is just like a Three Musketeers bar, but a lot harder.
Now this I know is one that you like, because Twix your favorite one, right?
Twix is definitely one of my favorites, yes.
Alright, we're gonna do the caramel and cookie one, which is supposed to be a remake of Twix. Now, these are definitely huge bars. Like, look how big these are. So let's try it out. Cheers.
Well, I need to take a moment. Let me chew it over.
But okay, that was weird. I bit into it. It was really hard to pull it apart. Yeah, because look at the caramel. Caramel's just too hardened. The caramel is nice, and it does have a good chocolate flavor, milk chocolate. But I definitely think for this bar, maybe a little bit too much caramel. So yeah. But definitely, once again, definitely not like the name brand bars.
So if you like a Twix, but you were always thinking, dang, I wish it was harder to eat the caramel, try this one. Cool it off. See what happens. You'll love it.
Yeah, like, so far,
Part of that was
almost on each one of these, I definitely would have preferred the name brand bar over a generic bar. Like, I guess this is not a bad take on them, but it's just, yeah, it's not living up to the hype for the regular bars. So, yeah, that one, to me, is just, flavor's good, but there's just too much caramel on that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give that, like, another, like, 6.5, 7, maybe.
If the caramel was like, I don't know, softer, I'd probably bump it up to like a 7.5. But as is, I'm probably at a 6.5.
Alright, let's do the peanut caramel and nougat, which is supposed to be similar to a Snickers. Definitely looks similar to a Snickers, as you can see here with the way it's shaped and stuff. Alright, there's the inside. You can see the peanuts and all that. This one's actually pretty good. Very similar to the Snickers. Like I can tell already because of the peanuts. Got a little bit of a saucy flavor and peanut butter. Kind of like peanut butter and chocolate. I love peanut butter and chocolate.
Kind of makes me think of peanut brittle.
But definitely a good strong peanut flavor with this one. I love peanut butter and chocolate together. Always have. Yeah, but this is probably actually like the closest to an actual name brand bar that we've had out of any of these. So this is actually, to me, definitely the best one. And it kind of lives up close to the Snickers bar.
I'm liking it. Not crazy liking it, but I could easily see myself having another one. Maybe 7.5.
I'll give this an 8.5. It's a little bit hard to chew. I love the flavor. I think it's just about spot on with the Snickers. Like, I might be able to tell a bit of a difference if I had, like, them side by side, but this was definitely the more pleasant bar and flavor-wise and stuff to enjoy out of all the ones that we had tried today. So, I definitely recommend if you want to try these out, get that one. I'm trying to think of what my least favorite one was. Probably like, definitely the cookie and caramel one. You know, it's still with too much caramel for me. But everyone's preference is different. Mm-hmm. What would be your least favorite?
If I had to say least favorite, what was the second to last one we did? The cookies and caramel?
Cookies and caramel one.
Yeah, that one.
That one too.
Just...
That was a nightmare. But
too hard.
Pretty much, yeah. It was.
Which is a shame, because I really like Twix. Mm-hmm. I'd give Twix a 9 out of 10.
Anyway, if you guys get any of these bars and try them out, let us know what you think about it in the comments below, because we're very curious to find out. Also, be sure to let us know if there's like anything else we can review or try out, and we'll also give that a shot. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to hit the red button down below to subscribe and
hit that bell to receive notifications. Give it a good smack.
And a whack, and we'll see you next video.
What she said. This is Charles.
Crystal, signing off. Bye, birdies.